Alright guys, today we're talking about solutions still with one variable equations, but instead of finding specific solutions, we just have to say how many solutions they are. So, remember solutions. A solution is the value for the variable that makes the equation true. Everything we've been doing up to this point, there's only been one solution. Sometimes, though, there's equations in where you can have more than one solution. Specifically today, we're going to be just talking about equations that have one solution, no solutions, or infinite, meaning any number is a solution. So, we're going to take a look at 3 examples first before actually laying out the rules for all this. So example 1 says, how many solutions does this equation have? And they give us negative 4k minus 8 equals negative 8k. The way that we're going to start figuring these out is we are going to solve for k. So we've been doing this for a little bit now. We have negative 4k minus 8 equals negative 8k. You might be even able to pause the video and do this on your own, or you might remember your steps. So step 1 is to simplify. There's nothing I can make shorter though, so I move on to step 2, which is to get k on only one side of the equal sign. I'm going to choose to do that by moving negative 4k. I'm going to be adding 4k to both sides. Cancels out here. Left with negative 8 equals, and let's see, this will be negative 4k. And my last step, I would divide by negative 4. Cancels out here. Negative 8 divided by negative 4 is positive 2. So we end up with positive 2k. So that was pretty simple and straightforward. This one would be a one solution. So we would say 2 is the one solution. 2 is the value for the variable that would make this true. So that was pretty simple, straightforward. That was really just working with what we knew already. Let's move into some kind of different stuff. So on to our next example, which must be on the next page. So example 2. Example 2 again asks us, how many solutions does this equation have? So this equation, it kind of looks just like the other equations we have. We have a u. We're going to determine the answer to this, determine the number of solutions it has by solving for u. So we'll do everything we're really used to doing. So I'll have, let's see, can't simplify either side because I can't do that any subtraction there, but I look here and I say, okay, I want to get u equal, I want to get u on one side of the equal sign. So let's see, I'll take this u, since it's minus u, I will add u. And since I do it over there, I'll do it over here. So remember, negative u plus positive u, well, it doesn't matter what number u is. Whenever you add the negative version of a number and the positive version of a number, they cancel each other out. So here we'd be left with negative 5 equals, and then, well, actually over here we have negative u plus positive u. So those also cancel out because they equal 0. So we'd be left with negative 5 on this side and negative 10 on the other. There's really nothing else to do. This is kind of weird. This isn't like anything we've seen before. So I look at it and I say, wait, negative 5 equals negative 10. That doesn't make sense. That's not true. Negative 5 is not equal to negative 10. So there's really nothing else I can do with the equation either. I can't, well, I mean, I could move negative 5 over here, then I'd have 0. 0 equals then negative 15, but that's not true either. So there's really nothing else to do here. When I end up with a false statement or a not true statement, I say there are no solutions. So that means that whatever number you substitute in, let's just pretend I do this real quick. Whatever number I substitute in for u, I won't get one side equal to the other. For example, if I do negative 5, so no solutions, why? Let's say let's let u equal 3. So if I had negative 5 minus u equals negative 10 minus u, and I let u equal 3, well, I would say negative 5 minus 3, and try to make that equal to negative 10 minus 3. Well, if I tried solving that, if I tried testing 3 as a solution, negative 5 minus 3 would give me negative 8. Negative 10 minus 3 would give me negative 13. So that's false either. That's why there are no solutions. There is no number, and you could try it all day long, but no matter what number you substitute in for u into this solution, you will never find a solution, because there is no solution for this equation. There's not one variable, not one value for the variable that makes that equation true. So let's keep going. We have one more example, example 3, asking how many solutions does this equation have? We're going to figure this out the same way we did the others by solving for d. I'll write the equation out. We'll quickly solve this through and see how far we can get with it. Maybe we'll be able to get all the way, meaning we'll get d equals a number. That would tell us there's one solution. Anything else, we got to make a decision between no solutions and infinite solutions. Either way, let's figure this out. All right, so the first thing I see with this one is that I am able to simplify this. I see negative 12d plus 20d on this side. That's going to give me positive 8d after I combined like terms. Now, okay, you might even notice something right away right now. You might say, oh, those are the same. So I have 8d plus 9 equals 8d plus 9, so something is the same as the other side. Let's keep going. I want to get d on just one side of the equal side now, so I'll subtract 8d from both sides. So I did it to cancel that out, so I would be left with 9. But over here, I also have 8d minus 8d. That cancels out, so I'm still left with 9. So it's kind of a similar situation to example 2, where I can't really do anything else. But I look, and this is actually a true statement. This means that 9 is equal to 9, which is true. So in this case, this means that any value that I substitute in for d would give me a true solution. True, so there, we'll actually write that out. So any value for d is a solution, aka infinitely many solutions. That means every number you could think of would work. Okay guys, so hopefully you have a general understanding of the number of solutions now. Let's finish this off by just writing some maybe little shortcuts in our notes. So in conclusion, if a solved equation ends in x or whatever letter equals a number, there is one solution. So if you can actually find a number that is equal to the variable, there's one solution. If it ends in a true statement, something equal to itself, just like how we had 9 equals 9, there are infinite solutions or infinitely many solutions. Lastly, if we get a false statement, something that is not equal to itself, there are no solutions, just like how up here we had -5 is equal to -10. That's not true, so there are no solutions for that one. All right, and that is where we'll leave off.